Hello everybody, welcome back. How are you doing? Um, I had some bad news yesterday because I actually had a game and then I posted my video on YouTube. But then very soon I realized that there was no sound of the video. It turned out it's not that I forgot to turn on my microphone. I did check my mic. But then what happened was that there was some update for my Windows. And then when I did that, it changed the setting of the software. So I actually had to choose my headset before I started recording. But I didn't realize that they made a change because they didn't ask me. So anyway, I had this video of 1 hour, but that video is down now because no sound. Instead, I'm going to review the game I played yesterday. I hope you will enjoy. I had a really interesting game. So let's see. I was what was I? I was black, yes. I'm sorry, my mind busy, I guess. So I was black, and then my opponent was Chinese Nindan, some random player that I found on Taijam. And I had this very unusual opening, which my fan suggested on my Facebook. So if you see my channel, on top of that, I linked my Facebook page as well as LinkedIn. So if you would like, you can see, and then you can probably see the picture too. So this was a fan, and he posted this picture and then asked me if I would be interested in trying it. So I thought, why not? I was hoping that I would get black, and then it's a random draw, and then I did get black, so I did try. He also asked me if I knew the name of this opening. To tell you the truth, I've never seen this opening before, and of course I don't know the name of it. But I would say there are 253 points, and somewhere in the middle there must be some strategy that would go well with this opening, but I wasn't sure. So I thought I would just experiment. Anyway, so I did that. It must have surprised my opponent as well. Then white came over here. And at this point, I was thinking about two options. The first one was to take the corner, and then white can exchange this and come over here. So this could be just by itself, it's a normal joseki, but I thought maybe this black stone here is a little too close from the corner because the corner is strong and white has very good potential toward this side. So I wouldn't say this is bad for black, but somehow I didn't like this variation. So I came over here. That would be another option that black could take. And this is the common answer over here. And I could do something like this one, and white would take the corner, and maybe I could extend or even approach. So this was one expected continuation. Although I would have preferred my stone to be on the third line. That was something I didn't like. So what happened? I played here, and then white came here, and then exchanged this one and came here. This is more like joseki. And white usually connects here, or another choice is to capture this one stone. And then black would exchange these. And as you can see, this one is overplay because of black's coming out. So white would connect here, and then black can tenuki at this point. So I was kind of expecting this, And then thinking maybe after that I'll take the corner. That was my plan. But surprisingly, white came over here. I would I was thinking that the meaning of this move is that if black answers here, then white would capture, and there is no double hane anymore. See? So maybe that's why. But this is not usual, and not completely sente either. So that's why I came over here and then answered this way. I also thought about coming here. This would be more territory oriented, but toward the center, I thought this would be better to get sente. So that's what happened, and white came here, and then I jumped here. I was also thinking about blocking when I was playing, but then I didn't really like this cut. I'll need to extend, and although connecting here is sente, still there is some aji with this cut. Plus, because black's liberty is all filled, when white comes out, this is a little bit annoying. So that's why I came over here, and then white exchanged these. And I think that was a mistake. It was a little too early and not quite sente. I would say it's better for white to come this way and like force black to answer and take maybe another corner over here, or even get inside somewhere, or the side. Oh, the side would be good too. I'm also thinking about this one, but then like black might come over here, get some sente from this corner and get here. So yeah, this opening is possible for either one. White has better territory, but black has very good potential toward the center. So yeah, I would say still playable for both. But anyway, white came here, and then I took the side. I was happy because it's very efficient. When white answers, black answers, I am not really capturing this one stone. It's naturally trapped. So I was happy. But white didn't answer here, but came this way. So I exchanged this one and then answered here. Of course, white could also tenuki and come somewhere here, but then capturing this one stone is not as big as it may seem. You know, this area wasn't really black's territory from the beginning, and white's capturing this one stone is not very big. So that's why. And then white answered, and I came here, and then white moved here. So like intuitively I wanted to hane, and that's usually very pleasant place. But at this point there are a few things that I was concerned. One was that after white coming around here, there is this atari and ko. That's some concerning thing. And also when white comes here, I'll need to connect this way, and the shape is not very good. So I was thinking maybe not the best idea to hane at this moment. So I came over here, and then white played here, which I wasn't sure. I think it could have been better to just extend, and then black would answer here, and then white can answer this way. And I think this shape is better than the actual game. What happened in the actual game was that white came here, and then I attached it, and white had to come back. Otherwise, if white comes here, black can come out like this, and then white cannot cut. So white came back, and then I haned. I think Haneng over here gave black very good shape. So white came here, and then I was thinking about cutting here, but then when white does that, I thought this shape is not complete yet, and white's shape is very good in the center. So I came over here, and then white played here. At this point, I was thinking whether I should take the corner or approach here, or maybe continue from this side. But I soon decided that continuing from this side was not a good idea, because I'll be just adding more stones to the white group, and plus I still have some aji around here. If you look at it, there is some peeping and coming in, so it's not really doing much for black. So that's why I didn't choose here. I was thinking about here and here. So as a hindsight, I think it could have been good idea to just jump over here. That's because there is this ladder breaker. So in the actual game, I played here, and then white pincered, and then I jumped. When this was happening, I was only thinking about this corner, and then when white answers, then I would go like exchange here and then come here. So that was my plan. But when white came over here, I'm so sorry that you missed this video, because I must have had very real reaction. I was so surprised. I was like, yeah, I totally forgot about this ladder. And white's pincer here was actually a ladder breaker. And then I wasn't ready for this one at all. So I was kind of in a panic. I didn't know what to do. So I ended up just giving up. Yeah. My English is getting slow. Anyway, I just gave up these two stones because I didn't know what to do. But then even if I came back, it's just not as good as just coming here without this one. So because there was this ladder breaker, I was thinking maybe I should have come here. So I totally forgot about the ladder. And it was so funny to think about it, because if one of my students forgot about the ladder, I would be saying, "Oh, how can you do that? You never forget the ladder." Right? And then I would be blah blah blah. But seems like I do that too, and I should be more sympathetic, I guess. Anyway, don't forget the ladder, okay? Always pay attention. Don't be like me. And then in the actual game, white came out. So I did that because I thought this center was a little too big to give up. So white came here, and then I did that. That's because I also wanted to come here, since white tenukit at this point, at very important point. But I was thinking white might continue this way, and this is not ladder. I cannot capture this one stone. And then, yeah, this white is still a good shape, and I wasn't sure about this fight. It's not impossible. Black can continue like this. But then I thought it might be a good idea to come here first and see if white answers. Plus this one stone is a little lonely too. But white tenukit and came here because this is such a good place. And then I came here to attack this one stone. And then white came here. This one is disconnecting these black two stones, and also looking at this jump over here. So I would say this is not a bad move. And then I was thinking whether I should do something like this, but then I decided not to, because I thought white would come out anyway. But now that I think about it again, maybe this could be an option. But in the actual game, I just jumped. I didn't want to drive white toward this side because I was hoping maybe I'll get some territory here. But you'll see I didn't get to. So white came here, and this is good exchange if black answers here. Later on there is some weak points over here as well. And I wanted to get Sente, so I exchanged it here instead, and then came here. But this one was actually a little too early. I think I should have done something like this one first, because black's group is still weak, and when white comes out, I could, it's difficult, but maybe I could continue from this side or here. Maybe one option would be do something like this one. Yes, and attack this white group and get some territory like from here to here. That would be a good plan. And plus I can attack this group, and later on I might come here. But it wasn't urgent, especially because white's group here and here are both safe. This was a little too early, and when white jumped, my group was weak. I came here, and I wasn't really realizing at this point that my group was weak. But white did this, and then I extended, because this is not ladder anyway, you know, white would come out, and I don't have any following up here. So I just came here, and then when white did that, I was realizing, uh-oh, my group's in trouble, now I need to leave. And when I leave, white might come out, and my center's not very strong, so I was very unhappy at this point. So anyway, I came here to find some ice space for this group, and this one's also kind of attacking this white group, and by saving this one stone, I get more Sente moves around here. So that's why, and then white came out, and then I made some I shape here, but at the cost of this one stone. I was very sad. Yeah, white is not only capturing this black stone, but also making good shape for this white group. Plus I'm losing my potential around here, you can see it. So this is all very bad, and I did this exchange. I was very much hoping to be able to come out this way, and if white captures, then I thought this would be not a bad exchange as long as I can somehow capture this center. But the problem was that white would come here, and then when I do that, white will exchange this one, and this is a net. I cannot save these 3 stones, it's all captured. I also thought about maybe connecting here, and then if white does the same, then now black might be able to come out. But the problem still is that white could exchange this one in Sente and then do that. It's all dead. If black doesn't answer, this one's still dead. So it wasn't working. I had to just give up this one stone, and then I came here to get some Sente moves. And then at this point I really wanted to Tenuki, but it wasn't still clear whether I was completely alive. So I did that and came here. So my group's alive, and then I did reduce white's territory around here. Now not many points. But you see my center's not very strong, and this one almost no territory at the moment. So I was thinking, maybe I'm behind, although I do have some room to make territory here. But I would say it's still not easy for white because white also has um, this group not alive yet. And then black also has some potential to be big territory here. So that was the situation at this point, and white came here, which I thought was overplay. And then I did that here. And then white came here. Maybe when white came here, white was already planning on this one. But this was not a big problem. I came here and then white did that. It was very interesting because at this point, if black could do this in sente, like this one, then black can capture these two stones. Like this. This is net. There's no way out for white. But then the problem was that these four stones, they are not very big at this critical moment. So white would extend here, and then when black has to answer, white would come this way. And the whole center is almost dead. I might be able to reduce somewhat, but if white manages to block, this will be very big territory for white. So I was concerned about this and then decided to exchange these first and then come here because I thought this exchange was better to save the center. And then white came this way to attack the center, but it wasn't working because white's group over here is not strong either. So when black did that, white had to come back, and with this one I could live in the center with good territory. So at this point, white got these two stones, which is very big, but black also got these four, and then also some points in the center. So I think the result was not bad for black. I'm thinking maybe this choice was not good for white. Another choice white could think of here was to atari from the other side and then coming here. I was thinking maybe I'll give up the two stones like this and then come to the corner. So I think this was not bad for black either, but white still has a room to come in. I'm not quite sure at the moment how, but white can come in and it's probably still like good game for both. Anyway, so the actual game was this, and then I did that, and white came here because if white answered here, then black would certainly take the corner. And you can see that white actually didn't gain much in terms of points from the opening, other than these two and a few here. But black captured these four, which was very good. And this one's almost territory also, and the corner, some center. So I didn't count, but I think the game's good for black now at this point. So that's why white came here. It's like a do or die move. And then of course I came here. With this one, if white leaves like this, for example like this one, then I was planning to come over here. This whole white group is not alive, and even if white does leave somehow, I'll get many points by attacking this group, maybe some more territory here, and then I ascend there and come to this side. That was the plan. And then white lived here without exchanging this, and then I came here as I planned, and then white did that. So at this point, I was very happy. I thought the game was almost over, but there was some crisis. You will see. Did that, and here I had many code threads too. It's a very comfortable situation for black. And that here. So the problem situation here. When white came, I should have answered this one. And then it was no problem that white would get this all in Sente, because I can still attack this white group by playing something like this one. And it's very difficult for me to see how white will live inside. It could become a core, but then black has many code threads in the center, and even if black just takes somehow two moves in this corner, it will be still not bad for black. But I came here, I was thinking and thinking and did that in countdown, and then came here, but that was terrible misreading. When white exchanged this one and then cut here, I realized that I couldn't do that. Yeah, I wasn't. At first, I was thinking about this one and capturing here, but there was this one. I don't know how I missed that. And then also, if I do that, white can cut here and then come this way. Big problem. Yes. Oh, but I could do this. Wait a minute. I didn't see this before, but I could have done that. So what I just saw is that if white answers this way, I could do this and then do that. So the capturing race, black can capture this too, right? There's no way. And then if white does that, black can even tenuki. It's already captured. But still after that, it's there is bad aji because of this. But of course black would be taking this one. It will be cool. White has some code threads, so I don't know. It's complicated, but there was that option, I guess. In the actual game, I didn't see that, so I did this in countdown and then came over here. White did this and we started cool. The good news for me was that I had many code threads, so I did that. And here also need to answer. The corner is too big, and then I took it. And at this point, white didn't have any code thread. After this, yeah, I forgot about that. But at this point, there was no code thread. So white came back and I took it. Although white captured this side, this group is so much bigger. So the exchange is of course not balanced. So at this point, white had to capture this group. Otherwise, white was going to lose. But the bad news is that this one is very difficult to capture. Has so many potential eyes all around. And this one's not completely surrounded yet. So I did try by playing here, getting rid of some eye shape. But black could come out and this was Sente. And when black came here, this group was like 99% alive. White did try by doing this one and that, but you see it's all connected. So at this point, the game was pretty much over. So that was the game. It was very intense when I played. I'm so sorry that it didn't record my voice. So from next time, I'll make sure that my microphone setting is all on. So that was the game. Thank you for suggesting the opening. It was very interesting experiment. And I hope you enjoyed the review. Oh, and then for my 100th video, I haven't decided yet, but I'm looking at the options for the pair goal because I think pair goal will be a lot of fun to comment on, right? I not only talk about my opponent but also my partner. So we will see how it works. Anyway, that was the game today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next game. Bye bye.